So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return. This has to be one of my favorite all-time uh, cartoon movies, right up there with Heavy Metal and I remember the name of the other one. Fist of the North Star, Akira, Japanime, and there's a sci-fi movie that I like a lot, based on the Ray Bradbury book. Can't remember the name of it though. Um, I'll try to post it in the description box later. But this one's got to be in the top 10 all-time greatest animated features. It's a bizarre flick. It's like the director was on drugs, heavy drugs, and the singing is bad. None of the jokes are funny. It's almost intentionally bad, or unintentionally bad, I should say. So, yeah, I like watching an Ed Wood movie for kids, basically. Is what it boils down to. I guess it's based on a book, kind of like a sequel to the Wizard of Oz kind of deal. Follow-up story, or whatever you want to call it. So basically, Dorothy comes back in a rainbow instead of a tornado to the land of Oz, and her job is to rescue her friends or whatever from the evil jester who happens to be the Wicked Witch of the West brother. But I guess I spoiled the ending right there. The jester guy is kind of interesting. He actually calls out Dorothy correctly that she killed his sister, rather arbitrarily, I might add, which is a violation of the non-aggression principle. I would even go farther and say that she committed murder against the Wicked Witch of the West, but this is, after all, a kids' movie, so I guess you can't go much deeper than that. Murder is a little bit too strong for a 4-year-old, I guess. I took my son and my mom here quite by accident at Tanforan Mall to watch this one. The movie theater was quite small, and there were a lot of empty seats, which gives you an idea of how popular this movie is. I figure the less people in the movie theater, the better the movie is. In this case, just because most cartoon movies are not this far out there and weird and just totally strange. I can't really describe it. Like I said, it's like watching a Z-grade movie, but a cartoon version of it. So there are a bunch of new characters. Of course, there's Tin Man and Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion. And you've got some overweight owl who can barely fly. Some princess made out of fine china, very delicate little, and she's tiny too. She's like a miniature China doll, something like that. And there's Marshmallow Fellow and some boat guy made out of a tree, later becomes a battering ram type Trojan horse deal. So when Dorothy gets back to Oz, by the way, before all this happens, Dorothy's house is being condemned by some snake oil type dude in a pink Cadillac, which is bizarre. Um, so there's that, and then so Dorothy's trying to figure out what's going on, trying to save her Auntie M from moving out of the condemned house, as it were. Then all of a sudden she gets sucked up by this rainbow, ends up in the land of Oz. She's trying to find the yellow brick road again, but you only see it halfway through the movie for some reason. So in between, she ends up in this Candyland type world, which is totally strange. I don't know. I don't know who came up with this stuff, but man, it is way out there. It's like something from the I definitely recommend cult movie fans to check out this one. So after the Candyland place, she comes upon some other weird place. What was it? The Wall of China, which is literally a bunch of teacups. So there's no pun intended with the China part. It's just a wall of teacups lined up, inside each other, kind of laying sideways, I guess. And the princess is also made out of china. She's quite short, like a little china figurine type deal. And she's courting princes. The marshmallow dude falls in love with her. And then they set off to the forest where they meet the old tree who's wants to become a boat and later a battering ram because he's going to die pretty soon. I guess he wants to go out with a bang, no pun intended. So this jester dude's sending off his monkeys trying to thwart Dorothy from getting to his castle, but ironically when she rings the bell, they lower the drawbridge for her, which was kind of odd. But I guess the jester has the Wicked Witch of the West broomstick, and then he put a little glass ball on top to make it like a scepter. And then he uses that to turn people into puppets, which is even more strange. And man, kind of reminded me of what's that recent horror movie with the dolls in it? Yeah, I guess I'll have to post that one in the description box too. You see thousands of movies, easy come, easy go, right? I mean, a dime a dozen. So there's that, and so there's a big battle scene at the end with the jester, and guess who wins? Can't spoil that part, right? Dorothy goes back to Kansas, and of course the characters in Oz are similar to the characters in Kansas. They just the jester dude is up to shenanigans. He's condemning all these people's properties, and I guess that's as far as I'll get. I won't spoil the ending, but my son didn't really like this movie. It scared him quite a bit, especially the Wicked Witch, which is understandable. I think this one is a PG movie, but yeah, even the original Wizard of Oz freaked out his sister when I took her to see it on the big screen at Stanford Theater when she was his age. So, yeah, the only reason I saw this was because the stupid judge in my divorce case instead of granting me previous Saturday, 2-day weekend in paradise with my son, he decided to switch tomorrow with today. So my mother had to drive all the way down on Saturday and to meet my son. And it's more like Grandmother Day instead of Mother's Day. I mean, Mother's Day is tomorrow, but I guess a lot of families have to deal with this bullshit Mother's Day, celebrating on Saturday rather than Sunday. The Sizzler over here was packed, but it just so happened that we went to 12:05 Mass, which lasted precisely 30 minutes. So we got out of that. We got out of Mass early. There was no food and stuff afterwards. We just kind of hightailed it out there rather than saying prayer to Our Lady of Fatima. And then we went to the library did a couple hours of homeschool, and the movie didn't start until 3:40. So there was an extra hour for my son to get a yogurt snack at Tanforan, and we got out of there about 5:30. Made good time. If anything, good at it in terms of being a good parent, besides homeschooling and taking them to church and that sort of thing, is I keep a really tight schedule, and I'm always on time with activities for my son. So yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite movies that I've seen on the big screen. I wish I could have seen it in 3D actually, but I don't think my son will wear, my 4-year-old will wear the 3D glasses. Yeah, maybe we can go see it tomorrow at 7 in 3D with my girlfriend and her 15-year-old. By the way, I lent my girlfriend's 15-year-old daughter the Big Trouble in Little China Netflix DVD. I didn't even watch it yet. I just pulled it from my mailbox, and I happened to be at her house. We were talking about movies, and yeah, cool. She's into horror movies and stuff, stuff that I like. Albeit more modern stuff, but still. Now I got somebody to go to the movies with on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be taking Amy and her mom to the Tanforan Mall again. Probably going to watch, what's it called? A Haunted House 2? I guess she's into rated R movies, but I'd rather see this one in 3D. We can get there by 7:10, which is highly unlikely. But yeah, I gotta pick up her mom from work at 6 downtown. It takes about half an hour to get to Sunset, and then another half an hour to get to Tanforan. Me cutting it close there, and we're gonna be hungry for dinner at around 9 o'clock probably. So I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I guess I passed up Rio too. I could have seen that one with my son today, but definitely wanted to check out. I was more intrigued by this Legends of Oz. Even the trailer is bizarre. I'll post the trailer in my description box. But Dead Silence is the name of the movie that the gesture reminded me of. Where he keeps the collection of puppets all in glass cases and stuff. That part was pretty cool. That was like straight out of a horror flick. Stuff that gives kids nightmares. Not that I want to give my 4-year-old nightmares, but cool stuff for adults. If they make kids movies that are rated PG and stuff, PG-13, rated G like this, you know, I'm definitely taking my son because even though he doesn't like it, I give it thumbs way up, man. Raiders.